Good morning to all. My name is Edison Laitongan, Noble Cup Matrix, BB2211010. Today, I would like to present the part 1. Construct a appropriate graph or chart to compare the relative frequency and cumulative relative frequency in each dataset. So the first one is the graph for the relative frequency, and I'm using the histogram. So from the graph, you can see the relative frequency for domestic in the classes of 0 to 1 million is 0.8333, and the classes for 1 million 1 to 2 million, the relative frequency for domestic is 0.0833, and the relative frequency domestic is same for the classes of 2 million 1 to 3 million and the 4 million 1 to 5 million, which is 0.0417. For the relative frequency international, the classes for 0 to 1 million is 0.875, and the relative frequency for international is same in the classes of 1 million 1 to 2 million, 4 million 1 to 5 million, and the 8 million 1 to 9 million, which is 0.417. So the next one is the graph for the cumulative relative frequency, and I'm using the OGIF. So OGIF always start from 0 and increase to 1. So for the cumulative relative frequency for domestic, increase to 1 by the endpoint of 5 million passengers, and the international, its cumulative relative frequency increase to 1 is 9 million of the endpoint passengers.
Hi, my name is Farah Natasha binti Wah. My metric number is BB221100610. Now I will present part 2. The question for part 2 is calculate and compare the major central location in each dataset. The first method is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is the total of all value in dataset divided by the number of dataset. For this question, the arithmetic mean for domestic passenger is 642,696.54. Next is arithmetic mean for international passenger. The total value of international passenger is 177,68697 divided by 24, the number of dataset. So the answer is 740362.38. The conclusion for arithmetic mean, as you can see, the arithmetic mean for domestic passenger is lower than arithmetic mean for international passenger. The second method is median. Median is a middle value in a data set. To get the median, I have rearranged domestic passenger data and international passenger data in order from the smallest value to the largest value. For the domestic passenger data, they have a 2 value in the middle. For this situation, we need to add the both value and divide by 2 to get the specific median answer. So the answer is 217716. Next, median for international passenger. For international passenger, also have 2 value in the middle, so we need to add both value and divide by 2 to get the median. So the median for international passenger is 732076. As we can see that median for international passenger is greater than median for domestic passenger. The third method is mode. Mode is the frequent value in the data set. For this data set, no mode found because all the data value are different. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Juan Nifu and my matrix number is BB2211003. So today I will presenting about part 3, which is calculate percentiles and construct box plot in each dataset. Firstly, the domestic airline percentile. We have to arrange the data in ascending order. The formula here is to help us to calculate the first, second and third quartile. So in here, the 25 percentile for domestic airlines, in here using the formula given just now, this will involve the 6th position and then the 7th position. So after you calculate, you will get the answer 141202 for the first quartile. Next, for the 50 percentile, using the same formula as well, but in here, it will involve the 12th and the 13th position. So after you calculate, you will get the answer 217716 for the second quartile. Thirdly, the 75 percentile for domestic airline. In here, it involves the 18th and 19th position. After you calculate, you will get 676874.5 for the third quartile. Next one will be the domestic airlines box plot. In here, we have to calculate the outliers using the formula Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR, and then Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. After you calculate, you get the answer. Hence, the answer will be they are considered an outliers. This is the domestic airlines box plot for the domestic airline, which is positively skewed. For the international airline percentile, using the same formula, in here we also arrange in ascending order. So the first one for the international airlines, we calculate the 25 percentile as well. So the answer for this is 93787 for the first quartile. Next one for the 50 percentile. In here using the same formula as well. And then it is also involved the 12th and the 13th position. And then the answer is 13704.8.5 for the second quartile. Next one is the 75 percentile, and in here also the 18th position and then the 19th position also involved, and the answer for this is the 165069.5 for the third quartile. Next one, the International Airlines box plot. In here, same with the domestic as well, using the same formula. In here, the result for these outliers will be, they are also considered as an outliers. So lastly, the International Airlines for the box plot skewedness. For this one, for International Airlines, it will be the negatively skewed. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings, I'm Helen Anatangi with metric numbers BT1270352, representing for part 4 of our group assignment, which is calculate and compare measure of dispersion for dataset population in airlines in the Asia Pacific region. Here's the range for both airlines: domestic airline 4213X69 and for international airline 8755805. Next, mean absolute deviation, where domestic airline 626677.81 and international airline 1050281.99, which higher than domestic airline. Next, using population formula, the summation of variance and standard deviation, domestic airline 2126097.33 and for the international airlines 1904603.95, where the variance and standard deviation for domestic is higher than the international airline, with formula variance obtained by equal to total of squared difference value divided with average population, which is 24, then it will be square root for standard deviation. Next, coefficient of variation. It is ratio of standard deviation of population with average value for domestic airline 3.3808 and for international 2.5725, which domestic has higher coefficient variation with have more relative dispersion. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Nafarizaya Bintawan Taib. Here I want to explain about part 5, which is calculate and interpret measure of association. This is formula how to find sample covariance, so you need to know the means of each data, where the X is for domestic and the Y is for international. The data for domestic and international minus by the means. After that, multiply the X and Y to find the total of covariance. After I find all the covariance, I divide by 24 minus 1. The answer is 1.3810. It is sample for covariance. After that, I did the same thing to find the population covariance, where's the terms of the covariance that divide by 24, and I get the answer, which is 1.332. Now I find correlation using correlation formula. Simple correlation, divide by standard deviation of X multiplied by standard deviation of Y. So like the answer is 17.22. Last, we find covariance using this formula, and as we know, the answer is 1.390. Then the correlation is 1.390. Thank you.